like this match is over, he's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Slam Nation, episode number 23. If you don't know who I am the Mark of the Master, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some WrestleMania 32 results, reviews, and basically a full show recap here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by two of my Big Slam brothers. First and foremost, I'm going to introduce to you the one and only, we call him the main man with the master plan. No, that's not what we call him. We don't actually call him anything like that. But basically, it's been a long time since I've done this, so I don't even know what I call him anymore. But I'm going to call him A-Track Brown, the dirtiest in the city. What's up, A-Track? Say what's up to the fans.
All caps when you spell the man's name.
All right, brother, and then now I'm going to move on to my right-hand man. This is the man with the master plan. This is my brother. This is Billy Ray Valentine. Say what's up to the fans, brother.
What's going on, everybody? I hope WrestleMania was good for everyone.
All right, I'm going to give a big shout-out to all my friends out there, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is the first time I've hosted in quite some time. And again, I'm going to give a big shout-out to my BKB. You know who you are out there. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. Mwah. Mad love. Thank you so much. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my first time hosting in quite some time. So now, let's jump into this WrestleMania. This is number one. Let me ask you guys a question. Was this not one of the longest WrestleManias I've ever sat through in my life?
Oh, man, it was half of my day. Half of my day, man. I was sitting there watching WrestleMania, bro.
I mean, the pre-show took me by surprise because I just had it rolling on a laptop there, and all of a sudden I see Ryback coming out to face Kalisto. Dude, this was, what was this, like 6 hours long or something like that?
Yeah, man, it took forever.
Yeah, man, it was about a 5 hour long pay-per-view, man. It was like watching New Japan or something.
Well, listen, guys. You know, we were at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It was one hell of a show. We're going to jump into the very, very first match. And the very first match was a pre-show match. It was Kalisto defending the United States title versus the big guy, Ryback. And this was actually quite an interesting match. It was one of those matches where it was basically speed versus power. Nothing special. I mean, you know, Kalisto, the only thing I'm surprised that Kalisto was able to retain the United States title. I thought the big guy was going to walk away with that. He hit the Cerrito del Sol. What did you think of the match, A-Track Brown?
To be honest, I saw half the match towards the end because I almost forgot that it was on the pre-show. Even I saw half the match, and from what I saw, I somewhat enjoyed it. I thought it was a little sloppy because Ryback is not the best cleanest worker, and if you're gonna put Kalisto in the match, he has to be in with somebody who's gonna work clean. Ryback was a little bit sloppy, but like I said, from half the match that I saw, it was all right.
All right, very cool.
I'm glad Kalisto went over, even though I picked Ryback. So
you're glad? Well, why are you glad Kalisto went over?
Because I wanted him to. I thought Ryback was going to win, and they were just going to give the title back to Cena. That's the only reason why I thought Ryback was going to win. But, you know, I'm glad he didn't win, and I'm glad Kalisto won, and hopefully now they can have a Kalisto U.S. Open Challenge.
All right, very cool. Now, Billy Ray Valentine, I'm not sure you actually was able to catch the match, but you do know the results of the match. And what's your opinion on having Kalisto hold on to that U.S. title?
I mean, I guess it's a good thing that he's holding on to the title. I always thought that maybe they could have had some type of different main event for that U.S. title, not involving Ryback, right. But that's the way they went. I really don't know what the rhyme or reason for that was, but whatever, it's fine. He won. Good for him.
Good for him. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next match. Again, another pre-show match where we have the 10 Divas tag team match. Team Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, man. Brie Bella got her WrestleMania moment, right?
Hold on. We haven't gotten to that yet, brother. You
Listen, sure? Can't we just speed this one up? Can't we just bypass it?
Hey, I got to be honest with you. Uh-huh. To me, it was surprisingly entertaining. I thought it was actually pretty cool, and I love the way they finished the match where they had Brie Bella actually going over with the yes lock, and then you have as you aforementioned right now, Brie Bella coming to the ring and kind of celebrating. I mean, not
Nikki.
Brie, Nikki celebrating with Brie and the rest of the Total Divas. What did you think of the match, A-Track, really quickly?
I thought the match was somewhat of an entertaining match. It was much more entertaining just to see people boo the hell out of Eva Sheehy. But I to tell you the truth, when Nikki came out at the end, I was like, did she really have to come out there, neck brace and all? You know, I didn't get that. I was like, that really wasn't necessary. But then I said to myself, well, Brie is retiring soon, and then when the match was over, like, they lifted Nikki up on the shoulders and they completely just cut to the next scene. They didn't even really give it time. I was like, okay, so bye, Nikki. I mean, bye, Brie. That's just the way it is. You know, this is supposed to be your last WrestleMania. Your sister comes out and steals your thunder, looking like Gary Wolf after Franchise broke his neck.
I was gonna say that.
and when the minute they put you up on their shoulders, they cut to something else. I didn't get that at all. I thought that was kind of messed up that they did that. But I did enjoy watching Brie do the yes lock, and I enjoy seeing her use the kicks as the strikes. But more importantly, I enjoy seeing Emma. You know, that was the highlight for me.
Did you catch this match, Lou, or no?
I saw some of it.
Did you see when Naomi almost killed herself?
Damn, no.
Herself into the ropes?
I did not see that.
Let me tell you something, bro. Naomi missed a spot where she literally crashed, like her body went sideways, full force into the middle rope. I can't explain it. Did you see that?
I saw that.
I thought she was gonna kill herself.
It kind of makes me disappointed because Naomi is very athletic, but she's just really sloppy.
No, she's never put it together. She's the most athletic diva, or woman, I should say now, on the roster, but she's never put it together to make it work in the ring. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think she needs to work. I think she needs to work on her craft a little bit more. To be honest with you, I think they should send her back to NXT. Either that or just stop making her a heel, because that's another thing that's a problem.
She's good as a heel. I like her better as a heel than she was a face.
It doesn't come off natural to me.
I think it does.
You know, and what was that she said during the match? Look at my glow.
I
was like,
that.
what?
She's wearing Soul Glow.
I was like, what did she just say? But I enjoyed her split-legged moonsault. I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed her booty bounce.
Okay, very good. But we're continuing on with the whole diva thing. We have the Hall of Famer Lita come to the ring, and she made a pretty huge announcement. Now, on a preview show, I actually had mentioned that I had heard from several sources that there would be a replica of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship turned into a women's championship with a reddish or pinkish background and a white strap, and that's exactly what we saw presented by Lita. And now it is the WWE Women's Championship. Your opinion, Billy Ray Valentine?
It's a good thing, man. We've all been saying for the longest that this whole divas thing was played out. It was old. It was a stupid term to begin with to call them divas. So it's a natural transition that needed to be made, and now everybody's happy. It almost makes them equals, even though they're not going to be booked that way. But still, it makes it legit. It makes it a little more serious, and that title looks like a real title. Goodbye to the butterfly. I'm so happy about that. And, it's going to be interesting from here on in. I was happy to see it. It's a much-needed move. I'm glad they did it.
What do you think of the belt, A-Track? Not too much pink in there, buddy.
Oh no! I thought it was gonna. I thought the
beautiful
actual strap was gonna be pink. I thought they were gonna do that for like the breast cancer thing or whatever. But look for that in October. I actually did not enjoy the Lita presenting the belt, and
why?
I'm not nitpicking, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Sounds like a nitpicking to me.
No, I'm not.
Is he nitpicking?
Yeah, he's nitpicking. Who? What? Huh?
Just hear me out. Don't you think it would have been better? Screw y'all. Don't you think it would have been better if they would have just had Medusa come out with the butterfly belt and dump it right in the trash can and then unveil the new WWE women's
I said that.
championship.
I said that so long ago, and that would have been awesome. But the fact is, I don't think they want to kind of rehash that. I mean, this is a new era. I think they want to kind of move forward. That would have been great, though. I honestly would like to hear.
That's
what you
all
guys
I'm
think
saying.
about
I just would have liked to have seen that instead.
I
They
think
could have
that
just
would've-
had. They could have had Lita do it. For all I care.
I think it would have been. I think it would have been pretty awesome to see that. Billy Ray, any opinions before we move on?
Yeah, that would have been cool. But Lita's working in the front office now, right? She has a job with WWE, working with the Divas now, so that's why they chose her to come out with the women. I'm sorry, it's gonna take a little bit of time to untrain myself to say that. But yeah, the belt is beautiful, man, and I liked it, man. I liked the presentation. You know, she went back and talked about all the great women wrestlers of all time, the sensational Sherry, my personal favorite. You know, she went down the whole murderer's row of women wrestlers, and it was awesome. Good for them.
Very cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Divas. I mean, the Dudley. I have the Divas stuck in my
The
head.
Divas, the Dudleys.
The Divas boys. We have the Dudley boys versus the Usos in a match that was pretty quick and
Dull.
Dull. Well, it was. I mean, it was a pretty. I mean, they were pretty stiff during the beginning of the match. It was a hard hitting match in the beginning. You know, it was kind of like a classic Dudley boys style match. But anyway, long story short, it became a super kick party. I thought I was watching. What are these guys called?
Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Yeah, it was super kicks everywhere, man. And actually, I think it was Jey Uso who hit the super kick on Devon for the 1-2-3. Kind of a weird way of going over this match. And then at the end of the match, after the match is over, Bubba and Devon, they go out. They go to get the tables. And then they end up getting put through the tables. And it was so funny because the fans were just booing the living hell out of the Usos when the Usos came off the top ropes and splashed them. A-Track, what you shaking your head? What's your opinion?
I don't even get why people are booing the Usos, man. I don't know if it's because
They're
way
related
they
to
book
Roman.
them, or if it's because they're related to Roman, or because the Usos have been pushed to. Yo, you farted and that stinks.
You're talking to your dog. You realize that, right?
Yo, he farted and it smells terrible.
You realize it can't talk to you back, right? And it probably doesn't understand what you're telling it. Do you realize this?
You're not here most of the time. He talks back when the moon is full. But anyway,
you know, I know YouTube has the whole 360 thing now. I don't think we have the smell-o-vision thing. So can we just move forward?
Not that we want that either.
Moving on. I'm just saying. I don't know why they boo the Usos.
Beefarino.
That's exactly what it smells like.
It's Kramer.
Okay.
I don't know why they boo the Usos. They shouldn't. These guys are good. They know how to wrestle. But I guess it's because they market them to children and stuff like that, and people don't think that's cool. But the Dudleys, man, I always appreciate those guys because they know how to put teams over, and they do what's good for the business. And though the match was short, I enjoyed it. But to me, it's obvious that the Usos are like really kind of like not stale, but you could tell they're trying to catch up to the Young Bucks because now they're doing super kicks. That's all they're doing a lot of the times now. You just see them, man, and it just has that feel that they're kind of ripping off the Young Bucks. They even said super party when they were super kick party when they were commenting on SmackDown one time. So, but I enjoyed the match. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to rip off the Bucks. I think it's something they've been doing for a bit now. I think they got stale, man. I really don't understand why people are booing them. The only thing I can think of is that they got stale. You can't use the association with Roman Reigns because Dean Ambrose is associated with Roman Reigns and he gets cheered. So I mean, I can't say that the Usos are related to Roman Reigns, therefore they get booed. I really don't understand it. The part that I love the most about this match was Bubba Ray Dudley talking trash in the ring. It was awesome. Like,
know who we are?
Just like I did this to your daddy. He kept saying it over and over again. I thought it was awesome.
He's great. I can't wait for a singles push if he does get that singles push.
Don't look for it, man. And you know what? The match itself, it just was uninspiring. I think that's the best way I could put it. Go ahead, Ray. Ray, you muted your mic.
It's been a while.
Nice.
I muted my mic for those fans of the PW Hustle. Anyway, so let's move on to a more inspiring type match where we have the WWE Intercontinental title ladder match. We had Kevin Owens, the champion, defending the title versus Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, The Miz, Zack Ryder, and Sin Cara. Dude, guys, this match was pretty freaking awesome. I mean, we had every kind of spot. Was there a spot out there, A-Track Brown, that actually stuck out to you?
The only one was Zack. No, actually, there was a couple. There was Zack Ryder's elbow from the ladder. There was Sin Cara, who came out dressed like freaking Liger. There was his spot when he did the front flip off the ropes. And
is that the one? Is that the one where he falls off the ladder, lands feet first on the rope?
Oh, so make that 4. I forgot that because when the one when he splashed on Stardust, and I liked Kevin Owens' frog splash. That match was more of a spot fest than anything. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't live up to the expectations that I wanted it to, but. Really? Yeah, there were quite a few. Like the winner, number 1.
We'll get into that in a second.
I know. But it was, I don't know, man. It was just, to me, like
uninspiring.
It's too many people.
Nah, it wasn't inspiring.
It was too many people in the match, in my opinion. I'm just really disappointed that we didn't get a 1-on-1 match with Owens and Zayn. But like I said, I don't think it sucked. It just wasn't. It didn't live up to the expectations that I wanted it to, you know?
There was a little bit of everything in this match.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the spots, and I just hated that the crowd booed The Miz so much.
Oh, The Miz is the best, man.
He's supposed to get booed.
We actually had Stardust coming out, and he was wearing the polka dots, and he actually pulled out the little polka dot ladder, which
that was awesome. That was awesome.
That was a pretty nice homage to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes Daddy.
And the way I see it, if he's doing all these gimmicks, you know what? Just do your father's gimmick from now on. Come out tomorrow night and start dancing, and have the American Dream song, and come out with your. Well, I would say come out with a
sapphire, baby.
I would say come out with a black chick, but he's married to one, so there you go.
He come out to her,
styles, and they just start dancing. I don't give a damn. I would love to see that. I would love to see Cody come out dancing. If he can dance, that is. You were raised by Dusty Rhodes. You better know how.
Listen, Billy Ray Valentine. At the end of this match, we had Sami Zayn, and he gets dragon suplexed onto a ladder, which basically cleared the ring. Miz finds himself on top of the ladder. I actually thought at this point in the juncture that the freaking Miz was gonna win the Intercontinental Championship, but out of nowhere,
I got hyped.
Out of freaking nowhere, woo. I would have never thought it. Freaking Zack Ryder comes out, tosses the Miz off the ladder, pulls down the Intercontinental Championship. His dad comes in the ring, gives him a huge hug. Dude, that blew my mind. I mean,
I don't get it, man.
I love it.
I mean, I can't even say that I love it.
I love it.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
I understand.
All right, so I'm gonna have you explain it to me in a second. But
I understand. And me too, because I didn't get it either.
Yeah, but you know, man, a couple of things here. First off, if Kevin Owens wasn't gonna retain, I think Sami Zayn should have got it. What's the point of bringing Sami Zayn into this match? What was the point of that? Like, what's he wrestled at NXT, and then you're gonna put him in this ladder match to do a couple of spots? I don't know how that promotes his character.
I have a question.
What's up?
The fact that Zack Ryder won, does that mean Neville was gonna win?
No.
Or was Zack Ryder supposed to be in this thing the whole time?
Yeah, Neville was not going to win.
No, Neville was not going to win.
Ray, explain to me. Explain it.
Let me explain to you my thought process behind this really quickly, and I want to hear what the fans think at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestling video. What I feel is that Zack Ryder, they already had ideas of putting this kid over. They have already changed his gimmick a little bit. I mean, he's still with the whole, Long Island iced tea thing. He's dating Emma. Her gimmick has changed. You notice that he's grown a beard. He's kind of gotten like some really cool, a change of a look, so on and so forth. I've heard that, again, they were looking to give him a big push. So this is why I'm not surprised that they actually gave this push to Zack Ryder and gave him the strap. Now, with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, that feud does not need a title. And this is why I believe they were able to put this kid over in Zack Ryder, who I believe really deserves it. I think he was one of the guys who got totally shafted by the WWE when he went into the YouTube market and they started doing the whole .com thing. I mean, really, like Zack Ryder is the one who really brought the WWE into that whole YouTube market with the Long Island IZ show. So again, My thought process is that the Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens feud, they can have a best out of 5 matches, best out of 7 matches, and they don't need a title. That's how good, because it's a feud. What do you think, A-Track?
Well, I necessarily believe that they should have a title in their feud, and it elevates that title. I don't see good things going on in the future. Here's my thing. My problem is not so much that Zack Ryder won, even though it came out of nowhere and it kind of made no sense. My problem is this IC title is not really going to go anywhere. No. I see Zack Ryder losing in various non-title matches.
No, definitely, man. You know, I was going to say, sorry to interrupt you, but I was going to say, like, Zayn and Owens don't need a title, but the title needs Zayn and Owens. Like, that would have been an epic Intercontinental title rivalry, you know, like we used to have, like Steamboat and Savage, or Bret Hart and the British Bulldog. You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, we used to have that, or Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart. We don't have that anymore, and that could have been it. And now Long Island Iced Tea gets it, and what's he going to do with it? He'll probably lose tomorrow night on Raw. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
I doubt that's going to happen.
I'm being sarcastic, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. Would it really surprise you if he took a L tomorrow night?
It wouldn't surprise you, but come on, man. I mean, you don't think the guy deserves it? The guy's putting.
Oh man, no. I don't want to. He deserves
a lot.
I don't want to come off and say that's not even what I'm trying to say. I think the man deserves it. Good for him. They screwed him back in the day. With Kane and John Cena and all that other stuff, they screwed him.
They got rolled off the stage in a wheelchair.
Yeah, man, that wasn't good.
Wait, what happened?
When he got thrown off the stage in a wheelchair?
When he rolled him off the stage in that wheelchair.
And John Cena took his girlfriend.
That was it for Zack.
And then that was it. It was over after that.
That was when I started noticing the burial of people with John Cena.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like, they rolled this dude off the stage in the wheelchair, and it was just downhill from there. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, man. It's remember they said that this title was gonna have meaning. They said the U.S. title and the IC title was going to start to have meaning. They were going to make it more prestigious. And
they haven't done that.
They really haven't done that. It seemed they were heading that direction with Kevin Owens. And it was like he was just a transitional champion. That's how it feels to me right now. And the main focus to me is more like what Billy Ray said. It's about this title meaning something. It's about, you know, it being involved in the feud where you know, you feel that, you know, the next person who gets that title
is going to be
big champion,
man.
Like they used to do back in the day, you know. So, you know, if they do something with Zack Ryder, great.
Good, yeah, exactly.
You know? But who knows? Like I said, I see him losing. Champs are chumps.
that's the pun. I see him losing.
Good one.
You did it, not me.
I'm glad I thought of that.
Freaking cornballs. All right, let's move on to a match that has me totally befuddled. Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles.
Oh God.
AJ Styles WrestleMania moment. And I mean, it was a good match. I mean, the guys went back and forth all over the place, and I had a feeling once Chris Jericho kicked out of number one, Chris Jericho, no one should be kicking out of
the Styles Clash.
The Styles Clash.
Absolutely.
That should be the end all be all of anybody. This is my opinion, guys.
No, that's a good opinion. That's not even an opinion. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
In New Japan Pro Wrestling, they protected that move so much. It was the most feared move in wrestling, they would say. I'm sorry to cut you off, Ray.
No,
I'm losing it right now.
I'm just gonna give the finish to the match. I mean, you know, AJ Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm, and he's caught in mid-flight. And I knew this was gonna happen once Chris Jericho kicked out of that move. Mid-flight, he gets the code breaker for the 1-2-3. Go ahead, Billy Ray. I'm just,
you know, a couple of things. Like I said, this move needed to be protected. For all of you guys out there that were marking out when Bobby Roode was in the audience at NXT, A-Track Brown and I were having a conversation. Look to that as your future. If he even makes it to the main roster, I can't believe Chris Jericho, who lost to Fandango at WrestleMania not too long ago, is chosen, because I know Chris Jericho would have done the job, because he's definitely not above doing a job.
That wasn't his idea.
That wasn't his. Yeah, he's definitely not above it. He was chosen to win over AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Don't be optimistic about Austin Aries. Don't be optimistic about EY. Don't be optimistic about Robert Roode, Samoa Joe. We're going to look for this, man. That's what went down at WrestleMania. AJ Styles lost inexplicably to a part-time Y2J Chris Jericho. A-Track Brown.
I think the A-Track, I think they just killed AJ Styles.
They can still bring it back, but
I'm not ready to say that yet.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. I am 100% convinced that in the mind of Vince McMahon, and I understand that people say, oh, you can't, assume what's in a person's mind, but I'm assuming what's in a person's mind. 100% sure. Vince McMahon said, Jericho's going to go over. There's no way I'm going to let this guy come in from Japan with all these people cheering him. That's what this whole thing was about. When you look at the feud, it was like, oh, who are you? You're nobody. I'm Chris Jericho. You're in the WWE. Same thing that happened with Sting. This is it. This is Sting all over again. AJ Styles was that dude who came in on his own momentum, came in after having the most prestigious title in the world, words said by Hulk Hogan, the IWGP heavyweight title. He came in here and Vince McMahon said, you're going to lose because the WWE is the best. That's just the way it happened. That's what it was all about, to me, in my opinion. It was about a WWE guy versus another indie darling / Japanese international darling. So that's the only way I can sum it up at the end of the day. It made no sense. The match in itself wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was okay. It was a good match.
You look at the match, it wasn't even that long. So it was almost like they were rushing, and you kind of saw that. He missed the springboard moonsault off the ropes. He missed the when he went for the phenomenal elbow. Jericho,
AJ.
Jericho didn't connect fully with the code breaker. There was a lot of miscues in this match because it felt like they didn't have the time that they wanted. So
it was like a Monday Night Raw match, man.
Pretty much, and that Monday Night Raw match was better.
I believe, yes.
And my thing is, if this feud is going to continue, why?
There's no need for it to continue.
No,
I'm not
it's over
interested anymore.
It's over.
And so who knows what's going to happen tomorrow night on WrestleMania? I mean, Monday Night Raw, because, I call tomorrow night WrestleMania, to be honest with you. I don't know what tonight was, but anyway, at the end of the day, I didn't get it. You know what you saw a lot in the audience today?
Yeah.
That's what you saw. You saw this. Because a lot of people didn't understand what the hell was going on.
I gotta be honest. When AJ Styles lost that match, I was kind of like that kid with the glasses last year, a couple of years ago when Undertaker lost. I was like,
yes. Do the look, Ray. There you go. Look at Devon. Hey, I didn't know we got Devon on the show.
Listen,
got it right.
All in all, this was a sucky way of allowing AJ Styles to have his WrestleMania moment. It was a WrestleMania moment nonetheless. I was happy for AJ to be a part of it.
Hope he got paid.
I'm just hoping that he can stick around till next year and hoping that he'll be in a better place. Not happy.
And I know Jericho's pissed. I know he has to be pissed.
I don't think Jericho was down with this.
Pissed.
No, I mean Jericho's doing what he's told, I think, but he's not above doing a job. That's why I don't think it was his idea. But got it right.
If I could just so people out there who, if there's anybody who out there, because there's always one who was going to make an excuse as to why Jericho won this match. He lost to Fandango.
Fandango's fantastic.
He beats AJ Styles.
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
And we saw how fantastic Fandango was today. That's how much that win meant to him. That win at Mania meant for his career. So it was just
Listen. Let's segue from one confusing loss into another confusing loss. You got the most over tag team in the last 10 years. The most over faction probably in the last 10 years. You have the New Day. And not only did the New Day come down to the ring dressed as Dragon Ball Z characters.
Oh,
Don't do it.
Hold on.
Don't do it.
Hold on. But they actually came out of a 28-foot box of Bootios. That is fantastic.
That was cool, and that was the best part of that.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna let A-Track. No, actually, I'm gonna save A-Track. I'm gonna let Billy Ray jump right into this. But before we jump into this, um, the freaking the freaking League of Nations go over. I mean, a bull hammer here, a freaking a bro kick there, and Xavier Woods gets pinned to the mat. Now we had a whole bunch of really really cool spots where number one, the spot where Big E went through the ropes, that suicide dive that he does, I literally thought he was gonna break his neck in several places, and I got scared for him. And there were a couple of other cool moves, but Billy Ray, why don't you jump into this confusing match, and then we're gonna get into what happens after the match, which was just as confusing, kind of cool though.
Well, this match was just not that good. Best part about it was the entrance, and that's the theme here at WrestleMania. It was more of the spectacle. It didn't have a lot to do with the in ring. The in ring was just the spectacle around it. The theatrics and all that other stuff made WrestleMania something to watch. But this is the perfect example. They came out of a big box of Bootios dressed like Vegeta. And, and that was that, that was it. This match was Monday Night Raw worthy. The League of Nations go over in some mind-blowing fashion because they wanted them to play jobbers to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and Cactus Jack. And Shawn Michaels is in excellent shape, by the way. Oh, my God. But
he looks great.
Yeah. Go ahead, Track. And listen, I just got to say this. I know what you're thinking. And please, just skip over it, okay?
You know what I'm thinking.
Well,
you know what I'm thinking.
Maybe I kind of do. Just don't go there. Go somewhere else with this.
Go where? What do you? I don't know what you. What do you want from me, man?
I don't want that.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
You know what I want. Okay.
All right. Listen, I wasn't.
Ray's so stupid. Got his dumb look on his face.
I know what Dragon Ball Z is. I watched Dragon Ball Z with my kid.
Looking like the Ginyu Force.
I understand why they came out dressed the way they did.
Jace!
Xavier Woods is a gamer. He's an anime freak. I appreciate that. But, dude, you don't come out with
Stop
an
it.
on.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
All
I'm
right.
not ranting. I'll save that.
Yes.
I'll just say that, listen, I understand. I get it. It's Dragon Ball Z. Saiyans are were-monkeys. I understand that. Okay? I'm 36 years old. I'm from Harlem. Certain things you just don't do. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
But
all right. Well,
I didn't understand the New Day losing. But you come out with a tail on and like a monkey, bad things happen.
Listen, New Day lost the match.
It was all a prelude for HBK, Stone Cold, and Cactus Jack. Stone Cold has been sucking down too many Steve Weisers because that dude had a gut. Shawn Michaels was in excellent shape. And Cactus Jack was his usual himself with lint all up in his hair and his dirty shirt. It was a great thing to see. And that's the one thing I would say about it. They schedule these matches and these segments kind of well. And I think Billy Ray said it best during the group text. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. They knew how to separate certain segments. So at the end of the day, or while you're watching and you see these things, you're like, oh, yeah, the greatest, this is the best. But I enjoyed that. That was one thing that I did enjoy, seeing HBK, Cole, and Cactus Jack out there.
all right. So basically, the whole reason why the New Day lost was so that the League of Nations could put themselves over, so that Stone Cold, HBK, and they should have been Triple H too.
I thought the Freebirds were coming out when they said we're the best three.
Yeah.
But now I was like, wait a minute, the guy's dead, so the Freebirds are
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I would pay money to watch Jimmy Jam Garvin dance again.
That was amazing.
That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in the history of my life. That looked like my old Dominican uncle, my old Puerto Rican uncle that used to cut. They used to do the what do you call the ices outside in front?
The piragua.
The piraguas. If anybody knows the snow cones. Let me tell you something, man. That's what he looked like.
The ice in my ear, come and get it.
That Hall of Fame, that Bad Street, that was one of the most awesome things. And also I'm watching this and I'm seeing a really offbeat OK Faye clapping. Took a picture of it on TV. It was
nice.
kayfabe, the kid from the rope show, and also who else was it? And Hill Steven. They were all there right on my television screen. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Kayfabe,
big shout
out to you.
outs. Yeah, big shout outs to all those guys, man.
And big shout out to you got the show, Bill Skyler, Fame Black, and the rest of the guys who couldn't really be with us today. But anyway,
hey, let me just say this, Ray. In a not related but kind of related subject. I won the Apter Cup, right? And I'm not trying to gloat.
Oh,
but
we'll talk about this next week.
I know, but 8-Track Brown and myself are gonna go down to Apter's Alley and we're gonna recreate the entire Freebird dance when I claim the trophy. We're gonna do this and this whole thing, and it's gonna be amazing. Can't wait. I just want to let all the One Wrestling audience know that the Freebirds are gonna come back for one night, and we're gonna do it. And it's gonna be awesome.
Can I sing Backstreet Atlanta, GA, Backstreet in the whole USA?
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Amazing. I freaking marked out, Ray. I thought that was the best.
That was better than this match that we're talking about.
Hell
We
yeah,
totally forgot about the damn match. Anyway, so you know what? Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, stuns. He starts dancing along with the New Day. It was actually pretty funny. And I just saw it in Stone Cold Steve Austin's eyes. He was like, I'm just gonna stun
the crap out of you.
I'm gonna stun this boy, if you know what I'm talking about. And
no, he started going like that. Like, yo, this is gonna be great.
And he did, and it was fun, and it was cool, and it was smoke and mirrors.
And you knew it was coming too. It was the funny thing.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun to watch.
It was. It was
a lot
really
of,
cool.
Another win for the good guys. So now we're gonna move on to another match, and we're winding down the card really quickly. We have Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a street fight. And Dean Ambrose really, in my opinion, pushed Brock Lesnar to the limit. But it was Suplex City, bitch. It was Suplex City, bitch. I mean, I think I lost count after 10.
It was at least 13.
About 13.
Probably more. But.
I thought the same thing. At one point, you had Dean Ambrose pull out the stupid what do you call that thing?
Chainsaw.
The chainsaw. I was like, he's not gonna use that. Kendo sticks. Brock Lesnar doesn't need a kendo stick. He's a walking freaking weapon. Listen, towards the end of the match, we had Dean Ambrose just fill the ring with a whole bunch of chairs, and it actually screwed him over because Dean Ambrose was actually got the F5 on that pile of chairs. It was actually quite for me, it was an entertaining match. I really enjoyed the match. It went just as I thought it would go. Dean Ambrose was going to lose this match, but he was going to really take Brock Lesnar to the limit, exactly the way I had planned it. Not planned it, but predicted it, and this the way it was. So Brock Lesnar goes over with the F5. Billy Ray, what's your opinion on this match? How'd you enjoy it?
Well, you did predict it, and props to you because I took Dean Ambrose. And I really, I don't know, 8-Track, you can tell me different, man, but I really thought this match was very uninspiring. It just wasn't a very good match. It just really wasn't. And you know what? Not only that, man, with the entire build they did for this, they handed Dean Ambrose Cactus Jack's barbed wire bat. They handed him Chainsaw Charlie's chainsaw. What was all that for? If you're gonna lose, and I mean, this is the best way to protect Brock Lesnar in a loss is in a street fight, But regardless, Brock Lesnar won, and I love Brock Lesnar. I'm a big Brock Lesnar mark, so hopefully they'll pay that off to someone later that the monster keeps rolling and somebody will beat him. But ultimately, this match was just not that match. It wasn't that deal. I expected so much more from this match, and it was a big letdown in my opinion. 8-Track, tell me something.
I went to the bathroom and I came back and the match was over. I mean, it was a quick match. I'm not speaking literally, of course, but it didn't seem like it was a long match. I'm getting crazy texts on my phone right now. Other friends that asked me like, "Yo, what was going on with WrestleMania?" I was like, "I don't know." Tune into the Big Slam Nation, we'll tell you. I actually felt that Dean Ambrose was going to win, but being that he lost, I'm like, what was the point of this? How does this help Brock Lesnar at all?
How does it help Dean Ambrose?
How does it help Dean Ambrose? I I have said this over and over again. I'm had it up to here with the suplexes. I do not care. Okay, we get it. You can do suplexes. I get it. You're doing it because the crowd loves it. Can you do different suplexes, please? I mean, did you watch NXT last night? You know, do some Jason Jordan stuff. I just want him to do other suplexes.
He doesn't need to.
Yes, he does. Because for me, I'm just getting tired of it. It's the same match. It's
so
the
what do you want?
same
You
match.
want like the Iron Sheik with a gut wrench and then a...
I want some head and
T-bones.
arm Taz plexus. I want some T-bone Taz plexus.
He did a conventional one.
You know, he did a belly to belly at one point, right? I want to see some more belly. To me, the belly to belly is more impressive than the German because the belly to belly shows more athleticism, and plus you get to throw the guy over.
No. He does the full release with the German. I think the German's awesome when he does the full release.
What about a belly to back suplex?
He can do that too, man. He can just do.
Isn't that a German? A belly to back?
Magnum TA is the belly to back suplex.
It's just if it's suplex city, then add more suplexes to it. That's all I'm saying. It just gets boring after a while, you know. It's like with the Young Bucks. It's like I like seeing the Young Bucks, but sometimes when you throw me too many super kicks, it's like, all right, move on. I get it. That's your stick, but it just gets a little stale sometimes. But this match, I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, it was what it was. Anything else to add before we move on, Billy Ray?
Nah, man, nah. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the WWE Women's Women's Championship Triple Threat match. We had Charlotte, the champion, Charlotte Flair with her dad, Ric Flair, by her side versus Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. I got to be honest with you, this was one of the matches of the night for me. It was a really, really good match. I really enjoyed this match a lot. Let me get your take on it really quickly, A-Track. But before I do, at the end of the match, we had Charlotte Flair. We had Charlotte Flair, who basically had the figure 8 on Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks was trying to get back into the ring, and Ric Flair basically just grabbed her and held her outside the ring while Becky Lynch tapped out. What did you think of this match, man?
This was the best match of the night, hands down. It was the best match of the night. It was just good. And I was the one who was skeptical about it because I was tired of seeing triple threat matches. But these ladies delivered, man. Divas my ass, pretty much. these are women, and you know they showed up tonight. And the crowd was into it. And I haven't seen the crowd into a women's match in a long time.
Not like that.
And not like that. Not when it wasn't NXT anyway.
Exactly.
So it was good. But Charlotte winning, to me, I'm not too mad, but it was obvious Sasha should have went over. You put her cousin in the Hall of Fame. You know, you had Snoop Dogg come out with her. It's like, come on, don't be all extravagant just to have her not win. This is the girl that you know the people want. You know what I'm saying? And she came out with a tribute to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah,
I mean, all that. I mean, to me, if it was me, if I was, you know, her fiance, if I was Snoop, I'd be like, yo, take off that Eddie Guerrero stuff. If they're gonna have you lose, don't even go out there wearing that stuff. Only wear it if you're gonna win. I didn't get that at all. I was like, maybe it's because she's black, but I just didn't understand it. Once again, you know what you saw at the end of the match?
Yeah, like what just happened? I mean,
you know,
listen, man,
there was something that was cool with it, but the most of them like, what? This was supposed to be her moment.
Dude, it was an unbelievable match, though, man. I mean, Charlotte hit that crazy moonsault.
That moonsault was crisp.
From the top of the rope outside onto Sasha and Becky outside. There were a whole bunch of really, really good spots. Again, Sasha with the frog splash, a la Eddie Guerrero on Becky Lynch. So many good spots. Billy Ray Valentine. What were some of your favorite spots? And were you okay with the fact that Charlotte walked away with the title? And did you agree with the fact that they should have had Ric Flair play a part in this?
First of all, the match was excellent. Excellent match. These women have so much chemistry with one another. All three of them are some of the best in the world. It's incredible that I think some of the best athletes on this roster are women, man. They're just so good and so entertaining. Sasha Banks should have went over, but I picked Sasha Banks. I thought Sasha Banks was gonna win. And they protected her by not having her lose. But you know what? I mean, who's protecting Becky Lynch? She was over too. She deserves something at the end of this also. But I wasn't upset that Charlotte got the victory. I think Sasha should have won, but all right, Charlotte got the victory. Fine. The match was still phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and I think they just wanted to have a Flair be the first women's champion, or the first new women's champion. Eventually, Sasha Banks is going to get this belt. Go ahead.
Yeah, eventually. I just wish they would have given it to her on this stage, especially having her like A-Track was saying, having her walk down the aisle with freaking Snoop Dogg and having her dress up, in homage to Eddie Guerrero. I thought everything was there to have a really special moment. She didn't have to make Charlotte tap. She could have had Becky Lynch tap. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a little bit of a screw up in WWE's part. But you know what? Let's look at the big picture. I have a feeling she will actually take that title at SummerSlam. So let's move on. So now we have
better.
I think she will. I think she actually will. So now look guys. We have another crazy match where even though I didn't pick the right winner here, I was okay with the way it ended. What are we talking about? We're talking about the WWE, the Hell in a Cell match between Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. Now, if Shane McMahon wins, Shane McMahon gains power and he gains to control Monday Night Raw. And if The Undertaker wins, or if The Undertaker loses, then he will never wrestle at WrestleMania again. This match was ridiculous. Right off the bat, Billy Ray Valentine, Shane McMahon comes off the top of the steel cage, comes off the top of the Hell in a Cell onto the Undertaker actually rolls out of the way. Dude, what did you think of some of the spots in this match, man? What did you think of Shane McMahon?
It took a while because this match was also going to the I don't know side, because it really wasn't anything to really write home about up until it went to the outside and Shane McMahon did what he did, and that completely changed the complexion of the match. I was, even the crowd, I got to give it up to the crowd in Dallas. They were like, please don't jump. They're sadistic fans and then there's smart fans. And the smart fans were like, please don't jump. You don't got to do that. He did it anyway. And
were you legit worried? I was legit worried.
Yeah, definitely. He's 45 years old. Can't be 46. He can't be doing stuff like that. It's 20-foot high steel cage that he's gonna jump on into a table. Undertaker just moved out of the way. Nah, man. Of course you're worried about it. Undertaker took the win, and I think the reason that Undertaker took the win is because he's gonna be back at WrestleMania, and they want to keep him strong. And he's gonna lose to someone that might matter. Hopefully, this is just wishful thinking.
Hey, baby. He retired.
He retired. Yeah, talk about another screw up. And everybody. Just rewinding back to the Hall of Fame, everybody was yelling one more match to Sting and Undertaker to Sting. And we're not going to see it now because, he's retired. And they could have done that match a couple of years ago and they decided not to. But, hey, it is what it is. So, Shane McMahon loses. Let's see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. It was a good match. Okay, I mean, there was a lot of things around it that made it good because the match itself wasn't the greatest, but it was very enjoyable after a while, and it was definitely shocking.
Well, listen, we had the coast to coast. I mean, Shane McMahon actually
the Van Terminator.
We had Shane McMahon have the Undertaker hold on to that trash can, jump from one side of the ring all the way to the other. We had the Hell's Gate. We had Shane McMahon, A-Track Brown, showing off some of those greasy jiu-jitsu skills in the match, putting the Undertaker in a triangle chokehold. Listen, man, what did you think of this match, buddy? And what did you think of the heart that Shane McMahon showed in the loss? And again, he did lose the match as the Undertaker hit the number one. You know what? Let me ask you a question. A-Track, this guy jumped off the top of the freaking Hell in a Cell and then started moving not too far after that. I mean, what were you thinking?
Well, when I saw how the table looked, I knew he was going to go off that cage. And I wasn't worried at all because I was like, this cable is so freaking protected.
I don't know.
Like I just saw how you just looked when I saw the way that table looked, and I saw how thick it was and how flat it was. I was like, he's gonna jump off the cage. This is crazy, but he's gonna be all right. I thought the match was kind of bad, man.
Oh,
I mean,
stop.
No. Listen, the top of the cage, falling from the top of the cage was cool. It was a good spot. The Van Terminator was a good spot. You know, but other than that, like I said, nothing changes.
No, but the story,
Nothing
the story that was told within the match was good. You know, he kept saying, "Yo, you're not gonna knock me out. Come on, let's keep going." And then at the end, when Undertaker just gave him that little tap, that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
You know, so it had its elements that made it good. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It makes you intriguing to see. It intrigues you to see what's gonna happen tomorrow night. But I knew Undertaker was not gonna lose. I knew this wasn't gonna be his last one. But I was curious to see if there was anybody going to be involved. Nobody was, but I don't know. I just felt that could have been better too. But at the end of the day, it's Shane O'Mac, and Shane O did what he was supposed to do. So
he did.
He did.
He absolutely did. And Shane McMahon, you know, how old was he? 45, 47?
46, I think. He delivered, man.
This guy delivered.
Beast.
And he went beast mode, man.
Yeah.
And I was really, really impressed, and I love the way that they carted him off. I legit think that he needed to be carted off after that.
Nah,
match.
I think he could have walked off, but still.
You think so? But
yeah.
I think I don't know. You take the wrong step, and then there goes your spine. But in all seriousness, man, I like the whole thumbs up. You know, as he's the old and then he gives the old Shane O'Mac thing. That was really cool, man.
It was cool.
And you know, I thought it was really cool when he came out with his kids. With his 3 boys.
See, I thought that was questionable to see Daddy fall like that. One of those kids was small. Hey, those kids got a lot of charisma and a lot of guts to come out there with 100,000 people, more or less, you know, and do what they did. So good for them.
They were loving it, man.
I know.
So anyway, all right. So we move on from that crazy serious match with a lot of story, with a lot of storyline and a lot of emotion into kind of a fun match. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and I got to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm hearing in the background, but we had a few surprises. We had DDP, which I had no idea was going to be there. Tatanka, Baron Corbin.
Tatanka.
Freaking Tatanka was there.
I was like, what the hell is Tatanka doing in there?
I remember I texted
Harper's replacement? What the hell was that?
I texted you guys. I was like, is that Tatanka? Like, they didn't introduce him. At least I didn't see him get introduced. I was like, that's Tatanka back there, right? I'm like, good lord.
That was absolutely hilarious. But then, out of nowhere, 7'2", 300+ pounds Shaquille freaking O'Neal, Shaq Daddy, Shaq Fu, runs to the ring. Runs Shaq Diesel, the big Aristotle, so on and so forth.
The big Aristotle.
Yo, this dude comes to the ring. It's King Kong versus Godzilla. It's freaking. It's just.
You know why Shaq is so cool? Because he gets to live out all his dreams. And he wanted to be in a WWE ring, and there you go. He came out. Hey, he got eliminated. They should have given him the win at this point because nobody really benefited from this. I mean, you could say Baron Corbin benefited from this because he won. I don't see it that way. I don't think this thing means anything. They should have just given it to Shaq for that matter, or DDT or Tatanka for that matter. Tatanka could use it.
Well, Tatanka, I'm sure, could use a payday. But all in all, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool to see Shaquille. He's huge.
He's bigger than the Big Show.
Yo, dude, he's legit huge, and yeah, man. At one point, you know, they had the entire I guess roster throw the 2 giants over the top rope. Kane was basically in the match. He had, I forgot who he eliminated. It was 2 guys he eliminated, and Baron Corbin sneaks up behind him and throws Kane over the top rope, eliminating the big monster. Baron Corbin, NXT superstar, wins this. What did you think of this 8-track, Brown?
I thought this thing was a complete waste of time. A complete waste of time. I didn't understand the point of Baron Corbin even being in it and winning. If I understand this now, last year they did this whole thing on the Day of Tommy on Kenta being in this battle royal, being at WrestleMania, to have him insignificant and thrown out. Don't say anything about Baron Corbin. He's just in it and he wins. I mean, you can't have Kenta win, but this bum can win.
Hey, I mean, some people like this guy.
He's a bum. I don't like him, and I never will.
I don't like Baron Corbin. I don't think he's very good, and I don't think he's gonna benefit. I mean, he does have presence. He has some presence about him. I don't think he's gonna benefit from this battle royal because they're not booking anybody properly that wins this thing. But who knows? Baron Corbin may be different. I know Vince McMahon likes him, and that's all you really need. Keep him heel.
And that's the only reason why he won.
You don't need to make him a face. Keep him heel.
I agree. So, I mean, it was kind of cool to see guys like Shaquille O'Neal in the match.
Definitely. Tatanka, awesome to see him.
Tonka, it was cool. I think they should have brought out a couple more people, man. DDP, should do a little more of that DDP yoga, and then during the match, that would have been cool. Maybe hit somebody with a yoga mat or something in the face.
Should have had the Freebirds out there.
Dude, awesome, man. Jimmy Jam Garvin doing that freaking tuxedo. That was awesome. I can't get over that, man. He should have wore the wig. That was a big curly wig.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, we're gonna move on because we only got 2 more segments here, and we have basically I'm gonna call this segment finally. The Rock has come back to WrestleMania 32, and he wasn't alone. The Rock comes to the ring, and The Rock doing what The Rock does. The Rock is electrifying everyone in sports entertainment, but for some reason they decided to give The Rock a giant flaming gun. A-Track Brown, explain this.
I didn't understand that. I didn't see the point in having The Rock's name in fire. What was that supposed to do for me?
It means The Rock is on fire, A-Track Brown.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to say The Rock was a flame. I didn't know what the heck they were trying to say. I didn't get the point in that at all. Poor Wyatt.
Yes.
Listen, hold on. Before we get into that, basically what I thought was I thought Billy Ray Valentine that The Rock was being bought out to announce that they broke the indoor attendance record. Now they didn't break the all-time indoor attendance record. They were very specific. They broke the WrestleMania attendance record of 101,763. I don't know how close they were to breaking the indoor attendance record, but that's what it was. The Rock continued cutting a promo, and then we get a visit from the Wyatt family. Why don't you break down what happened there?
Well, man, the Wyatts come out, man, and you know what? When A-Track Brown says, I feel sorry for the Wyatts, man, so do I at this point, man. This was unnecessary. In my opinion, it was all right. It's nice to have The Rock out there. Okay, that's always good. And he actually got he got to be a little physical. We saw John Cena come out, but this was unnecessary. Bray Wyatt cut a pretty good promo, I think. But ultimately, who benefit from this?
I gotta say.
Tell me.
I gotta say, when The Rock said, Bray, you come to me and you say that you're the eater of worlds. Well, to me, you're like the eater of hot pockets. Dude, I almost lost it there. I thought that was really clever. The Rock was on point with whatever he was saying. The Rock is like I said, he does what The Rock does. He electrifies the millions. Anyone?
And millions.
Oh, God, you guys suck. Millions and millions of The Rock's fans. The Rock is just the freaking best. He is the man. I love The Rock. Now, that being said, The Rock has a match with Eric Rowan. The Rock actually defeats Eric Rowan in 6 seconds, breaking, if anyone knows, what record did he break at WrestleMania? Anyone?
I don't know. What, Daniel Bryan? Who got beat that quick? Daniel Bryan and Sheamus? I don't know.
Yeah, Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
Are you sure?
I don't know. We're just taking a shot in the dark.
It was Sheamus beating Daniel Bryan.
I thought it was the 9 seconds that King Kong Bundy defeated WrestleMania. What was it? WrestleMania 1? Oh. Anyone?
Was it?
Huh?
Was it?
Yeah.
You tell us, Big Ray.
He defeated you know what? The fans out there. Now I'm drawing a blank. I know King Kong Bundy defeated some jobber in 9 seconds with the Avalanche. But anyway, it doesn't make a difference. The Rock does what The Rock does, and he defeats this big giant red jobber in 6 seconds. And then the ring is proceeded. They proceed to surround the ring. The buzzards are flying around the ring. And then lo and behold, A-Track Brown's absolute favorite wrestler comes down and saves the day. You can't see me. John Cena.
Yeah. He came out all right.
John Cena looking like Big Ray on a liquid diet for over a month, looking like he dropped about 50 pounds. John Cena did look a little skinny, but he came down. He saved the day, man. I mean, he still looked better than me. But, jeez and crackers, man. A-Track, what was your thought process when your favorite wrestler of all time comes down to save my favorite wrestler of all time, The Rock.
My thought process was wow, listen to this loud reception he's getting now. I heard a bunch of John Cena sucks, and just so you know, they're in the stadium, so it might sound like cheers, but it ain't really cheers.
Oh, no.
You want to hear boos?
No, hold on.
You go back to the Hall of Fame. He got booed.
Quiet.
Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it.
Stop it. No, you stop. You said you want to hear boos. Hold on. I can't say anything because you keep going. Would you be quiet? Simmer down. Fall back.
I'm not gonna let you talk.
All right, hurry up.
Can we move? Billy Ray?
What the hell? It was as pointless as that segment. Listen, so if you really want to hear boos, you just go back to Roman Reigns. Okay, he got booed out the building. Okay, yeah. John Cena came out, those people cheered. Sure.
Even Marie got booed.
Sure, it turned into boos afterwards.
Like a second afterwards. But it was like the minute they realized it was John Cena.
That music hit, and everybody's like, whoa, it's John Cena. Okay, it was good to see the man back. It was good to see him. And you know what? Like, this segment was pretty pointless, but it was entertaining. I enjoyed seeing The Rock, beat somebody in 6 seconds, and then John Cena comes out. It was pretty cool, man, But, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't advance anything. That's just my point. Go ahead, Ray.
No, I really don't have much more to say. I mean, again, we have the Wyatts looking like a bunch of big jobbers to The Rock and John Cena. Does this set up a match down at SummerSlam? Perhaps. I don't know. From what I understand, the Rock will be at SummerSlam, and SummerSlam will be in Brooklyn. Am I correct, guys?
It is. It's going to be Brooklyn, right here in our backyards. We are all going. I don't know if you can get off, but I am going. 8-Track Brown is going, and hey, if you see us out there, say hello, man.
Well, being that I've been out of work for over a month, and it's going to be almost 2 months, I doubt I'm going to get much time off, my friends. So
you're an idiot.
You guys suck, man, so bad. Me and my stupid.
Maybe we can sneak you into some event, man.
Me and my stupid near-death experience.
Yeah, who told you to almost die?
Jesus, cheese and crackers. Anyway, so dude, I thought it was a pretty entertaining segment. It was what it was. The Rock, like I said, does what he always does, and it was again smoke and mirrors. Am I right?
A lot of that, yeah.
A lot of smoke and mirrors. So now, the main event of the evening for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, we have 8-Track Brown's actually his favorite wrestler of all time, not John Cena. This is his favorite wrestler of all time. Triple H, a.k.a. Paul Levesque, defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship versus the WWE Universe's favorite wrestler of all time, Roman Reigns. In this big sack of boo fest, I have never heard a babyface get booed so much during a match, and the bad guy, it was like a whole bunch of indifference. Listen, I'm going to skip through all the garbage in the match because the match, for me, honestly, this was one of the most subpar matches of the entire evening. I did not enjoy this match at all. Nothing against Triple H, nothing against Roman Reigns. But I'm going to make a point in saying that, Billy Ray, yes, this match did need a gimmick. Go ahead.
No, absolutely, man. And this is the trend in Triple H main events at WrestleMania. They're just not that good. Can Triple H have good matches? Yeah, he can. He had a good match with Dolph Ziggler not too long ago. Somebody that could carry Triple H on his back, he's going to have a good match. Triple H cannot carry other people to a good match. Just my opinion. You guys can hate if you wish. Roman Reigns and Triple H do not have chemistry in the ring. They just don't. It was a boring match. The only thing that kept me invested in the match was listening to how much people would boo Roman Reigns. And it was kind of amusing to hear them cheer Triple H. They would cheer Triple H every time he did something, and every time Roman Reigns did something, they would boo Roman Reigns. And that was the dynamic of the match. As far as whatever went down in ring, it just was not entertaining. It was not. Just me. All right, so he speared to Stephanie McMahon, and he got a pop. Other than that, that was it. And then you know what? The guy wins the WWE title. Shocker. Everybody saw that coming. You know, what's going to happen moving forward? That's the thing. We can't continue to think that this guy's going to get over as a face. It just didn't work. It did not work. It's not going to work. Let's try something else to try to get this guy over. It's since they're investing. They're putting all their eggs in this Roman Reigns basket. and it's not working. So we need to turn him into a heel ASAP. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they need to do it. Match was bad, man. It was a boring match, but we shouldn't have expected any different. And if you did, you clearly didn't watch Sami Zayn versus Nakamura at NXT TakeOver.
That was amazing. A-Track Brown, your thought on your favorite wrestler of all time, Triple H?
Well, I for the life of me cannot understand why people would cheer Triple H over Roman Reigns. But I actually do get it. I get it. They booked this man bad, so you it's not really something that you hold on. Damn, I'm getting interference in my headphones. It's not something that you people cared to see. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see Triple H as champion. I don't. I don't like the way that
now you don't have to.
I don't like the way they book Roman Reigns, but at least he's not John Cena. That's my opinion. That's the way I feel. Wow. So I'll go with Roman Reigns. I'll go with Dean Ambrose. I'll go with anybody as long as I don't have to see Cena or Triple H with the title. I'm not going to see Cena wear it again, so that's just the way it is. Bob is Bob. But as far as Triple H, I hope I don't have to see him in any more WrestleMania main events. They should have had the Shield reunite, like I've been saying. It would have saved this event. Matter of fact, Daniel Bryan could have came out. He gave Triple H a flying knee. That they could have did anything to save this man. They could have had some type of run-in to save this man from getting booed, but they didn't. And this, unfortunately, for a lot of people, this is going to be seen all over again. For me, it's going to be seen all over again. But at least I can stand to see this guy wrestle in the ring.
I mean, I was hoping that this would lead to...
and I didn't care for the match.
I didn't care for the match either. And again, to give the finish of the match, we had Stephanie McMahon, who attempted to give Triple H the hammer, which she did. And Triple H tried to use the hammer during the match about 2 or 3 times, but Roman Reigns able to duck the usage of the hammer and hit the spear for the 1, 2, 3. So Roman Reigns actually wins this match, serenaded by a chorus of boos from the Texas crowd.
Serenaded?
Basically, that's what he was, man. He was serenaded by boos, by Texas crowd boos. It was one of the most, for me as a wrestling fan, it was kind of embarrassing. Actually, I felt embarrassed for the guy because I do like Roman Reigns.
I felt bad for him.
I felt bad for him, and I like Roman Reigns, and I like the work ethic the guy has. I think the guy has a great look. The guy's not horrible in the ring. Can't cut a promo to save his life, but
suffering succotash.
That's not his fault. You know that.
None of this is his fault.
None
of it.
But I was hoping that this would set up a match between Roman Reigns, maybe Roman Reigns turning heel against his cousin The Rock at SummerSlam, which would put butts in seats like crazy.
Hey, you know what I think we're gonna get, Ray?
What do you think we're gonna get?
I don't know this. We may not get this, but right now I'm thinking that the only thing that could save Roman Reigns besides a heel turn is Roman Reigns versus John Cena at SummerSlam. And who knows? Because I'll cheer for John Cena. So who knows if that'll save him? But I think that's what we're going to get. Just saying. If not that, we'll get it at Mania. But we're getting it this year.
What are they going to boo more?
I don't know. It's going to be Boo Fest 2017. At Mania or the summer of Boo Fest for both of these guys in Brooklyn.
All right, so let me run this down to you guys. All in all, out of 5 stars, what do you give this A-Track?
What do we give? What the match?
Out of what?
Out of 5 stars, what do you give WrestleMania as a whole?
As a whole,
5 stars.
2.5, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
2.5.
Billy Ray.
WrestleMania gets 3 stars from me out of 5.
I'm gonna agree. I think WrestleMania gets 3 stars. I thought it was already a subpar WrestleMania coming into the event, due to all the injuries, due to all the mishaps. We have some of the best talents on the roster that are all hurt. That's why there were so many smoke and mirrors. I'm sure you agree with this, guys.
Yeah, man.
They had to fill in a whole bunch of spots. Again, ladies and gentlemen, listen, it was what it was. They had to bring in Stone Cold, all these guys, HBK, Mankind, The Rock. They had to fill in all these spots because, again, the WWE has a very deep talent roster. But all in all, when you got 25% of your roster that top of the line roster injured, it's not going to be your best event. So I'm looking forward to seeing what SummerSlam looks like. And I'm looking forward to seeing if Shane McMahon actually does show his face, because there's no stipulation that says that Shane McMahon can't come back and try to get Raw back.
Oh, he'll be there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night. He'll be there.
Tomorrow night, you think so, guys?
He's booked. He's booked for tomorrow night.
Well, depending on when you're watching this video, maybe later today. So listen, this was our review of WWE WrestleMania 32. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow A-Track Brown at Pharaoh Fantasy. Billy Ray Valentine, what the hell's your new Twitter handle?
It's at Obi-Wan, you know me.
Jesus
Obi-Wan,
Christ.
you know me. A-Track gets it because, you know, I'm not even going to get into it, but whatever.
Big shout out to the Professor. Big shout out to the Professor. You can follow him on Twitter at PROFPW Hustle. Of course, OK Fabe, who is over there at Texas, and he's also going to be at Raw. Look out for him in the audience at OKAYFABE, OK Fabe. And of course, you got the show, Bill Schuyler at You Got the Show. So, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, don't forget to follow the legendary, the one and only Bill After, who is actually calling me every 5 minutes from the damn press box over there at WrestleMania.
To brag.
Look where I am. Look.
Yeah, I'm here and you're there. No, but beefaroni. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, follow him on Twitter at After One Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, again, look out for me at WrestleZone Radio every Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anything you want to say, guys, before we get out of here?
Hey, man, how great was Shinsuke Nakamura on NXT? Shinsuke!
Still don't like the music.
Awesome.
I might get used to it though.
If you guys
Awesome.
have not watched NXT TakeOver in Dallas, do yourself a favor. If you didn't like WrestleMania, you will absolutely love this match. The only thing I didn't love was Finn Balor is becoming the John Cena of NXT, winning every single match. Samoa Joe should be the NXT champion.
I agree.
you should.
But, hey, let's go back to the best match of the night. Possibly the best definitely the best match of the weekend. Possibly the best match of the year. I don't know what's topping this, man. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. It was just amazing. I've seen it 3 times already, and the music is awesome. I want to buy it.
I love Shinsuke Nakamura's new intro music, and I'm looking forward to watching Camp WWE on the WWE Network. That looks like it's going to be very, very interesting. And Swerve Season 2 is going to be a whole bunch of cool stuff.
All right.
So again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, go to www.onewrestling.com for your latest wrestling news. And in the words of the legendary Bill After, we will see you
At the matches.
At the matches.
at
All
the
right.
matches. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.